Hi, I'm Jamie Machek with the Wisconsin Valley Library Service. For this digital bite, we're going to talk about library employment: what, how, and where. This is a three-part series, so let's jump right in. So, the what, that's what we're going to cover in this digital bite. What is in a library job description? Then we're going to talk about how. How do you post a library job description and what to be mindful of? And then finally, where do you post it? And how can WVLS be of help? I am responsible at WVLS for posting statewide library positions on our webpage. So I read quite a few job postings, and there's a lot of information online about what should be in a job description or job posting. And a lot of it is repetition. So I'm going to cover, based on what I read and what I've seen online, the main components, the 8 main components of a job posting. So here we go. Now, this might seem obvious. You want to make sure you have the title of the job, right? Because jobs are now posted online and we have to be mindful of search engines, you want to use traditional language and keep the job title as simple as possible. You also want to make sure it's relevant to what the job duties are. Some examples of titles are director, youth services manager, library assistant, outreach services librarian, etc. So we have to have the job title. Number 2, let's talk about some basics. Where will this employee work? Will it be at the library? Will it be remote? Will it be a hybrid position? Maybe some work will take place at the library, some work could be remote. Is it a full-time or part-time position? And if it is part-time, how many hours is it per week? 10? 20? If you know that evenings and weekends are required, it's important to state that right away and be specific as possible. If there is an expectation that this person will work 2 evenings per week or 1 Saturday per month, state that in the job description. Number 3, this is where you can talk a little bit about your library, the about us. So what is your work culture? Dynamic library environment. We are seeking someone to be part of our energetic team. You could also include some library stats, your FTEs, your yearly circulation, your town's population. You also might want to include what your area is known for. Maybe your town hosts the world's largest jelly bean festival. So what is it about your town or area that is unique that could attract people? This section doesn't have to be long. A few sentences is just fine. Then you want to have just a brief job summary. What is involved in this position? Is this a supervisory position? How many people does this position supervise? Or if it's not supervisory, what team are they part of? Or how many people are on that team? And generally, what are the responsibilities of this position? Again, this can be a few sentences. You have to include the qualifications and the education or experience. I've seen this listed all 3 ways. And this is basically what is needed for this position. What are the qualifications? What is the education level? And what experience is needed? What is needed for this person? You also want to indicate what is preferred or desired versus what is required. You might have a position where an MLS degree from an ALA accredited program is required. So you need to state that. You might have some qualifications that are desired that you want the candidate to have, but they're not required. So make sure you indicate that. Another example could be seeking someone with at least 3 years of supervisory experience or 1 to 3 years of experience working with youth. Okay, Those are examples of qualifications. Then you want to include also your knowledge and skills. And these are two separate things. Think of the knowledge as information the candidate should have or should know. An example of this could be knowledge of library science automation technology or comprehension of reference materials. Okay, general knowledge the candidate should know. Think of skills as something a person can demonstrate, or a physical requirement, or something a little bit more tangible. We often see computer skills, leadership skills, public speaking skills. If I state that I have computer skills and am not sure how to use a mouse, that is pretty indicative of whether I really do have those skills or not. Okay, so think of skills as being something that someone can demonstrate. Number 7, I think it's really important to list what the position will pay. What is the salary? And if you don't have an exact amount, show a salary scale, either hourly or an annual salary. This is something people want to know. Also, are there benefits offered? Insurance, health insurance, dental, vision. Does the position offer paid vacation days or sick days or paid holidays? You don't have to get that specific with how much vacation or how many paid holidays or what the insurance rates are. But I see a lot of positions that don't list the salary, and I think it should be listed. And finally, the what, when, and where to apply. So the what. Do you want a cover letter, a resume? Is there an additional application from your city or town that this person has to fill out? Do they need 3 professional references? What do you want to see on the references? Okay, so be specific about what they need. The when. When is the closing date? Maybe there's a time. Maybe it's on Friday, this date by 5 p.m. You also might want to list that first consideration will be considered, or the first applicants will be under first consideration, or that the position will be remain open until filled. And then finally, where should the materials be sent? Do you want them mailed in? Do you have an online application system? Should they be emailed to somebody? So make sure you include the details of all of those things. So those are some basics of what you should put in a job description. And I'm going to include some more resources in the description box below. I hope you found this helpful. The next Digital Byte in this series is going to cover how. How do we do a job posting and what should we keep in mind? So I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. So long.